I'm back to begging people for advice. So please, guys, help me with this. Do I spend 30,000 just when I thought I was out? They pull me back in again. I took you all on my search for my Grail Daytona. Remember, I took you all around the country. I took you to Kendal. I took you to Sheffield. Well, I didn't really go to Sheffield, but I thought about it. And then I ended up getting this watch from Lee of Watches of the Vale in Cardiff. The cheapest Rolex Daytona available at the time in the United Kingdom. The reason I'm saying this is a lot of people in the comments said, "Hey, Brenny, you're never going to buy this watch." Well, how do you like them apples? And I thought I was done. But this bloody hobby, it won't stop. It never ends. And then this popped up late last night. And I was like, oh my God. And it's only £30,000. And you might say, Brendan, are you crazy? £30,000 for what is essentially a Speedmaster with a sleeping Snoopy on the 9 o'clock subdial. What are you doing? Are you crazy? And the truth is I am, but it's a Grail. It's another Grail. And I just want to explain this trick that Omega does. The current Snoopy, which I own, is a limited production. That means they're going to make this watch till the end of time because it was launched 5.5 years ago and you can still buy it now at most boutiques. This watch, this 45th edition, is a limited production. They ain't making any more of these watches. This one is unworn, still in the box. I have that exact box for my Snoopy, so I know this is totally legit. Also, this company called Watch Scout UK are totally legit. I know the owner, James. I have bought watches from James in the past. My Peter Blake came from James, and I was thinking of getting my Speedy back. I was genuinely thinking, I miss my Speedy. I know, I've got a Daytona, and I know I've got a Snoopy, but I just miss my Speedy, my Sapphire Sandwich. And then this pops up, and then I'm back to begging people for advice. So please, guys, help me with this. Do I spend 30,000 on this bloody watch, or do I spend a lot less on a Sapphire Sandwich? Current MSRP of a Sapphire Sandwich is over 7,000, but James has a 2021 Sapphire Sandwich, which he says is in mint condition, black dial, for £4,700. I've had a look, and that's cheap. That's cheap as chips. Do I buy that watch, or do I go all in on the white one, which is probably going to bankrupt me? But that hasn't changed. I am addicted, and for those of you that watch my channel, you know I'm keeping it real, and I take everybody on my journeys. Hopefully, this one will be posted to me, though, because I don't fancy going on another 8-hour round trip on British Rail. Let's look at the differences between the two watches, apart from the rarity. They both have 20mm lug widths for your straps, so they're identical. They're both strap monsters. The distance between the lugs are 47.5, and if I remember correctly, they are the same on both watches. However, Omega hasn't listed that on the listing for the anniversary edition, so I'm going to have to assume they're the same. The Sapphire Sandwich is thinner, and I remember mine was very comfortable on the wrist compared to my Snoopy, which I know my Snoopy, I believe, is 14.5mm thick, where the current Sapphire Sandwich is only 13.2mm thick. This watch is 14.8mm thick, so it's not a thin watch, guys. Will I wear this watch? Probably not. Is it an investment? Absolutely. Is it cheap? I think so. I can't see one for less than 35 grand anywhere else. This is the type of watch you buy and you get out to discuss, or the type of watch that when you're around people and they go, "Oh, that's a nice watch." And I go, "Yes, one of many. And by the way, I also have this bad boy." That's just what watch collectors do. They like to show off, don't they, to their little friends. Right, let's get back to the watch. They're saying that the case diameter on the limited edition is a 42 millimeter, same as the new version. Case stainless steel, both the same. Dial color, they're going for white, where the Speedy is black. However, I could go for the new white Speedy. Looks exactly the same as the two. What am I paying for? Paying for that limitedness, haven't I? People have been paying over for limited for decades. This is critical though. For legibility, they have gone with an anti-reflective coating on both sides. And if you wear the watch, it's going to be a lot easier to scratch the anti-reflective coating on the outside, so therefore it looks like you've scratched the watch, which you haven't on the newer Sapphire sandwich. They're anti-reflective coatings on the inside, which makes it almost bulletproof. You would struggle to scratch the surface of that sapphire crystal glass. The newer one is winning here. The newer one in black or the newer one in white is definitely winning the wearability competition. They both have the same 5-bar. Jesus wept. 5-bar water resistant. And I don't need to check the specs here. Not a screw down crown and manual winding. Just so you know, my Rolex Daytona is time perfect. It's an automatic, and over the past 6 days, it's run bob on perfect. Incredible, unbelievable. Only a few of my watches are like that. I'll give you an example. My Yachtmaster is like that. Over a month of wearing it and watch winding it, it is 1 second fast over a month. That is incredible. However, my Grail IP is consistently 1 second slow per day. Them's the breaks. But that is within Rolex's plus minus 2 seconds per day. From memory, Omega is 0 to 5. But if you Google it, it's 0 to 5%. It gets confusing. If your Omega's running slow and it's under warranty, get it back to Omega. A notable difference between the two watches is the age. Even though the limited edition is unworn, it has the older movement, which is the 1861 movement with only a 48-hour power reserve. But again, you'd have to be crazy to wear this watch. Guilty. The newer version, 3861 movement, they've only managed to squeeze out another 2 hours out of that watch. 50-hour power reserve. That's the only killer about these Omegas. They charge all this money for the new ones, and yet the power reserve is only 50. So basically, you have to wind it every day. Every day while you're on the toilet, you have to wind your bloody watch. Not with a Rolex, you don't. I don't really want to go into any more of the obvious. The reason for this video is a call to arms. Brenny keeps it real. Help me. What do I do? I've decided to take a public vote. Put in the comments, which watch do I buy? Do I buy the white one, which is not that good a watch, based on the newer Sapphire sandwich? It's going to cost me 6 times the price of the pre-owned one James is selling. Or do I just get my Speedy back? And when I say get my Speedy back, for those of you who've been watching the channel, I don't need to explain the whole Speedy saga. Help me, guys. Help me choose. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next video and hopefully the unboxing video.